What if Kanye never made it? What if Kanye was never discovered? What if Kanye never worked with Jay-Z? What if he never blew up? The best never make it, actually. If that's anything you want to listen to, then keep on watching. Hi, my name is Q, and welcome to my tapes. These are a collection of secret tapes you can't tell anybody. You can't tell anybody. Tell some people, share it on Twitter, but not too many people, right? Essentially, where I express my thoughts and my tapes. These are just a collection of my tapes. Okay, quick thing. Please subscribe if you like anything you're about to listen to or you like any of the videos you see on this channel, because I really want to use the community feature and I found out that I can't use it until I have 1,000 subscribers. So listen, I'm trying to post some messy stuff on this community feature. I can't do it. I can't do it, unfortunately, if I don't have like 1,000 subscribers. And I think like something else. So definitely subscribe if you like anything you see here. So I kind of want to talk about this topic, and I think I'm going to talk about it again and again and again and again. I will continue to talk about the ideas of accessibility and what does it mean when you don't have access? Like, what does that like mean for real? And what does that mean? And when I say what does that mean for real, I mean, what does that mean in the context of real people? The majority of us, like empirically, not just like anecdotally, not just for one person like a Kanye. And I've thought about this for a while because, I mean, I live in certain intersections of identities where I don't, you know what I mean? I don't have like access to that type of power. Like I don't have like close proximity to these things. And sometimes I wonder all the time, like even something, we could use money as an example. We could use class as an example. What happens if you don't have the money and you make great art? Like, really, what does that mean? And the more and more I started to read about this, the more and more studies I started to read, the more and more information I started to collect from like the Library of Congress and other things that have to do with like employment and socioeconomics and like census data. I was like, wow, like majority of these people will never make it. They'll never make it. Like the best never make it. Maybe I'll have solutions at the end of the video, but I'm not sure as this is something that I've thought about for a few years. But yeah, let's jump into it. Let's talk about Kanye. What if Kanye never made it? This whole thing was inspired by a message that I had received from a friend talking about just kind of his work in this article that they had seen about a series of tweets regarding like, oh, people just need to hustle, they just need to hustle and then they'll make it, and like the reason why people aren't doing the stuff Kanye is doing is because they don't have like a hustler's mindset. And I'm like, no, like Kanye got discovered. Like you guys understand. Kanye got discovered. He worked with the really amazing producers. He did production work with a lot of interesting people and interesting work and albums and out of Chicago. And then he got picked up by a label, different labels and different people that we all know of. We all know their names. Became friends, allegedly. Well, not allegedly, but I think they're friends. I think honestly, like Kanye and Jay-Z are actually still friends. It's just they probably maybe possibly resolved it behind the scenes. I wouldn't know, right? But you work with a Jay-Z, they work together, and then of course the split, not only like friendship wise, but also just business wise. And he goes on. He goes on to create different ventures in fashion that we all know of and that, for what it's worth, inspire the work that he does. I say this all the time. Kanye is like one of, I would say like a good, not a good, I don't I have comments. I have comments that will not be expressed in this video because they're not exactly relevant. Um, they're not exactly relevant. Maybe I could do a live stream on this. But Kanye is a really like public, like well-known example of I saw the things that I imagined. Kanye West is a visionary. You know what I mean? Like he is, and he has a lot of fucking problems. And pretty much that's that's where I'm gonna stop with like the compliments throughout. Well, not even the compliments. What I'm trying to say is that throughout whatever the fuck is going on with that man, whatever's wrong with that man, I'm just saying that I'm not discrediting his talent. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to make that very clear. And so when I kind of saw these comments from this friend, from the article, from the tweets, and all of these interesting words about this idea of hustle, I'm like, the question that I just kept coming back to, especially as I started to read more information that I cited 2 minutes ago, is, what is it that we aren't understanding? What is it that we are not understanding? We gotta keep up. We gotta keep up. What is it that we don't understand about what it means to have access? What is it that we're not understanding about like poverty? Like, what is it that we aren't getting in terms of outside of entertainment, even in corporate sectors, you literally have to know people. Do you guys know the success rate of somebody applying through an online application without having any sort of connections, like they apply through like a LinkedIn or like a Workable or like an Indeed? Can you guys guess the percentage? Put like a graph emoji. If you can, like, put a graph emoji and guess the percentage of how many people you think apply online and get the job. I'm going to give you like 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Depending on platform, it is anywhere from 5% to about 18%, which means that you have hundreds and thousands of people applying online. Their application will literally never reach the hiring manager. And this is like for smaller companies. This is like for smaller, mid-sized companies that may or may not be accessible. We're not even talking about companies that people, of course, lord over us, lord over us, and flash all over us about needing to work at these companies and these places. It's like how people say, get into tech, get into tech. And this is somebody who may or may not be in tech. It's just like, they're not employing the majority of the American population. They're not even employing like a lot of people. Some of the companies that these people cite, oh, you should do this and you should have access to this because you need to hustle and you need to work harder and get into this industry. The company, you find out, literally does not employ more than 100,000 people. Can anybody guess how many people are in the United States right now? The population? Just guess. Just guess. It's around like 350 to 400 million people. What is 100,000 people that work at this company that has exploited all this labor and made and concentrated a lot of this money in comparison with the majority of Americans, or even in comparison with majority of Americans who even do tech, who even do anything whatsoever that can relate to what a tech company can do? They can't employ all of you. And we're not obviously getting into the ideas of like UBI, which we can talk about in some other conversation. But getting back to the point, what I'm trying to get at here is a lot of people don't have resources, is what I'm trying to say. A lot of people are not going to get in. A lot of people are not going to get in. A lot of people are not going to be able to express themselves in ways where they need distribution. They need distribution to make back the funds and the monies that and the effort and the time and the labor that they have poured into their work, whether it's art, whether it's production, whether it's rapping, whether it's painting, whether it's playing the violin, whether it's writing, whether it's even doing something like tech. There are people right now, as we know, who have graduated from college with degrees in like STEM. Because, you know, like everybody likes, and once again, it's ironic. Like, it's ironic it's not we, please. There's no we in this. How some people kind of devalue other members of society based off of like what they studied in school. Meanwhile, you need people who do like liberal arts to create the structure and padding of society. It's not enough to just have people who know how to do math or can do engineering or who can code. But that's another conversation for another day. The best don't make it. And that's really like the conclusion. Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all see these? What is going on? What's going on? The conclusion statement is the best don't make it. The best don't make it. And there's nothing wrong with them. Do you guys understand? Like, this is what I'm trying to make clear. It's not that people don't have talent. It's not that people aren't extremely talented. It's not that people don't have these amazing ideas. Even on such a small platform like this, I've like really met some brilliant people. I've met some brilliant people. People who are coming up with really interesting, compelling, well thought out work. Brilliant people, non-mediocre people. And most of them, honestly, might never have the access. Honestly. And the only reason why I say might is not the probability that they will somehow become like a billionaire. Please, don't be delusional. But I actually say might because, and I talk about this a lot. If you watch the live stream, y'all see what's going on? The live stream, is someone trying to, does someone have like the evil eye on me? What's going on? But in my previous live stream where I talk about how the baby is broke, I fear. One of the things I talk about, and actually also in fact, the Moon Cosmetics live stream that I did, check those videos out, where at some point I talk about the labor class and like, what does it mean to be in the labor class and how that is the power you have, being the labor class. You produce everything. We produce everything. None of this runs if we don't work. Like literally, quite literally, like nothing works. Once again, the video that I made as a robot, as an automaton, I can't even take your job. I can't even take your job. Check that video out. People don't even know the sort of schemes and things that companies are doing that are not public, highly publicized information as to how they even get valued. The valuations that they get and all this money that are being poured, hashtag money laundering. A lot of the ways in which these companies function, it's not even what is advertised. A lot of these machine learning and AI technologies are not as automated as people would even think. And that's the video, as a robot, I don't even dream of labor. So when I say might, it's not even because of the probability that you could become rich, but might because the possibility is we could actually get universal basic income. We could actually get our basic needs covered. I've been thinking about this, and will be the second conclusion statement that I want to make. I feel like society is regressing. I feel like people aren't in the position to innovate when they're struggling. I'm Black, right? I'm not doing no digital blackface. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Oh my God. You guys would just have to fight me. But no, I am Black. I'm a Black woman. Black people currently have continued to create work and ideas that transcend their reality. I create work. I think about things. I make jokes. I say things. I write stuff. And I'm like, whoa, how is this even possible? Right? How is it even possible that I'm in a position that I'm in with the things that are against me and I'm still able to come up with stuff like this? How is it even possible? The best people don't make it. Let's say I wanted to pursue this full time. There is like a less than like 5% guarantee that I would even be in a space that a lot of people would watch. Let's go back to the title. What if Kanye never made it? There are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, multiple, talented, brilliant baby Kanye Wests running through the west or south side of Chicago right now. And most of them, if not all of them, with the exception of Kanye West, the actual Kanye West, will ever make it out. Do I have a solution for this? I've thought about this. This has been something running that I've thought about since I was a kid, because I did not necessarily grow up in any sort of affluence. And I thought about this. I realized really quickly that I am on a ghetto planet. This is a ghetto reality. This is not the dimension that I was supposed to be in. There is a dimension that exists where people aren't suffering like this. The best people, the best will never make it. Solutions? Stay tuned. I don't know. I mean, outside of things that we know are possible. That's why I said fighting for universal basic income is literally a probability. Do you understand? If we all said, fuck this shit, we're not going into work until you guys pay off our loans. How could we have trillions of dollars in debt? And we can't pay it off. Nobody wants to pay us money. So fuck this. We're not working. What do you expect us to do? What do you think they're going to do? What do you guys think they're going to do? Question mark, question emoji. Put it down. Answer. I'm super curious. Also, I love it when you guys comment. I love talking to you guys. You guys are so big brain energy. You know what would happen? There is a large probability, large, like out of the 100%, there's probably like an 85% chance that they'll be like, wait, we have to pay off these people's loans because we kind of need them to work. So this is an artificial number that we've like continued to inflate. We've literally been hoarding money. Of course we have money. Of course we have money. Somebody does because people have been hoarding money. So we could just either pay them more and give them the resources and figure this shit out. Because what are we supposed to do as the top like 1% if these people are not laboring for us? It's not possible. So while I think that the best people don't make it, maybe I'm being optimistic. Maybe in my heart, I feel like there's always a chance. There's always a chance for better people to make it. There's always a chance for other things to be done. To figure out a way to work with other people and work as collectives to move from point A to point B. This is a working theory. This is kind of working thoughts and ideas that I've had for years, as I've said, but I'm going to stop here. Kanye West did make it. You guys see that speech? I might put it in here. The one at the award show where he was like, oh, what would happen if I never made it here and I never won this award, but I guess we'll never know. And that's been another one of my tapes. Thank you so much for watching. I really love our live streams. Let me know if you have any thoughts or any sort of questions. I will answer below. Blueprint videos are obviously coming. I kind of want to give a little announcement. Yeah, so season 1 of my tapes is coming to a close. Season 2 is going to pick up. If you're on the live stream, you know, like some interesting news that I had announced. So I'm super excited. But yeah, I think I'm like slowly going to close out season 1 and then pause. And we'll probably do like live streams for like 2 weeks where I'll just go live and talk about topics. And they're not necessarily commentary about pop culture, but just maybe things that I'm thinking of that are buffered content while I go ahead and work on other stuff. Because I told people this on a live stream, I have some big deadlines coming up. And so I've been procrastinating and trying to finish them. So pretty much for about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks. You see how I extended that for a month? Like the month of July, I'm like super busy. So I will be working on a trailer for season 2, and pretty much all content that I haven't done, that you haven't addressed, I haven't addressed, like blueprint videos, other things will be pushed to season 2, which will probably be around like, 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now to July to maybe August. Thank you so much for watching another one of my tapes. Like, comment, subscribe. Listen, this community feature. Listen, I need the community feature. I need this community feature. But until then, I actually put announcements. I'll put them in the comments. You guys always read the comments. And that's it. Thank you so much. Put a fruit emoji if you made it this far. Mwah, mwah. All right, bye.